pass Mr. Herr Baumgartner. Hello. So, Sergio Spoiana. Okay. Mircea Pascaluta. Sergio Spoiana. Mircea Pascaluta. We will talk a bit. Actually, I will talk about the EU integration. I don't recall there is time because we have questions about the EU integration, so but it's Gentlemen, welcome to Aviation Event 2024 RMO. Please take your seat. Victoria, are we waiting for more people? Should we slow start? Okay. I give 1 more minute so that everybody can place himself, herself. Please grab a coffee, water, whatever. And I kindly ask the representatives of the airport maybe to have a seat here in the front rows so that we can welcome you adequately. So, Sid, are we good to go?
We are ready.
We are ready? Then let's start. Welcome again, everybody. This is the pre-day press conference of Aviation Event, which for those of you who are coming to Aviation Event kind of regularly is routine, as we do it each time the day before the conference is starting, to give the international media representatives an insight on this airport, on this country, but also, of course, on current topics of aviation. So then we start to welcome some whips here. I start with the minister. Welcome very much. We can already go to your stage. I will just welcome some, please take this one. I will just welcome some other important people before we start, please. Yeah. Then the DJ of this airport, come to me, please. Welcome here. Thank you very much for having us here. Sergio Spoiana, thank you very much. Who else do I spot who's in? Mr. Ciseo, the head of the Romanian Airport Association. Welcome here. We talked later on the stage. Thank you very much. And then I have some very important representative from German Parliament, Mr. Klaus-Peter Wilsch. Come here. And
yeah, nice to be again with you with the aviation event.
Thank you very much. We talk later. Tomorrow you will be one of our panelists. Okay, then let's kickstart. The format is meant as the minister, His Excellency, will give you an insight on this country, on the state of this country, on the state of aviation here, right? And then we are going in a kind of discussion, followed by Mr. David Ciseo and followed by Klaus-Peter Wilsch. Your stage. One microphone, please, for... In the meantime, the main event tomorrow will be in the city, downtown, Radisson Blu Hotel. There's the main conference tomorrow for all the delegates and all the speakers. This as an information. Mr. Minister, your stage.
Dear Marcel, thank you very much for your introductory words. So, dear guests, citizens, dear journalists, good afternoon. and welcome to Moldova, and welcome to the first aviation event held here in Chișinău. I'm not sure if you are here because you are interested in Moldova or in the aviation sector, but I hope both of them. Moldova is a small country, as many of you know, with a very precise aim, the integration in the European Union. And we cannot talk about the EU integration without taking into consideration the aviation sector, as it is one of the main modes of transport. This sector is developing with the speed of an airplane, so we have digitalizations, decarbonizations, new smart solutions. With all challenges faced, we show that our airspace is safe, our market is young, but is growing, and there is a lot of potential to be unlocked. Just the fact that we are hosting such a big international event shows the importance of Moldova for the region and for the aviation in general. And it's a very important and optimistic sign for us and for all our European partners. Last year, the airport, that was in concessions for quite a long period, came back under the state management. From that moment, the Republic of Moldova has made significant progress in this sector. For the first time, in just half a year, new companies have come to fly from Chișinău, and we have Air Baltic, Aegean, Lufthansa, Eurowings, Azal, Georgian Wings, and Wizz Air. Dear partners, let me thank you for this. From 1st of January, the €9 modernization fee has been excluded. So our market become more and more attractive. The entry of new airlines in our market has led to competitive pricing, making air travel more affordable for our citizens here in Moldova, but also for our diaspora. The partnership with international companies open up new routes and destinations, providing for our business better access to the international markets. But we cannot talk about the development and the opportunities by ignoring the challenges. In 2022, the unjustified war started in Ukraine. Millions of people came to Moldova to stay or to transit. So this fact influenced a lot our passengers' flow. For example, in 2023, a significant portion of the traffic at Chișinău International Airport came from the Ukrainian citizens, contributing 27% to the overall passenger count. The catchment area of our airport extends up to 4 hours driving distance, covering not only the Republic of Moldova, but also the southeastern part of Ukraine. Speaking about numbers, in 2023, Chișinău International Airport recorded traffic of more than 2.8 million passengers, which represent a significant increase of 23% compared to the previous year. Additionally, the number of available destinations has increased to 46, connecting the Republic of Moldova with more European cities and beyond. So Moldova is becoming a connecting hub for East and West, connecting us even more to the EU. Looking ahead, our goal is to continue building on these achievements and ensure sustainable growth in the aviation sector. We aim to further enhance our infrastructure, expand our route network, and maintain the highest standards on safety and service quality. To achieve these goals, we will continue to work closely with our European partners and use all the opportunities provided by the EU integration process. The integration of the Republic of Moldova in the European Union represents a crucial step in the modernization and development of the aviation sector. Benefits are multiple, from increased connectivity and safety to attracting investments and creating new economic opportunities. It's a path we must walk together with determination and commitment to ensure a better future for our citizens. Tomorrow's conference will bring new visions, trends, and a lot more. Enjoy the conference, enjoy your stay here in our beautiful country, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your kind words. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, dear journalists, the discussion is opened. I see here some very active media representatives. I'm sure some question would occur. We have some, Monsieur Luc, of course, from France, Paris, came here to get his mind on Moldovan aviation. Your first time here, right, Luc?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
well,
my first time
please.
here.
The minister is yours.
Yeah. Hello, Minister. I'm sorry I can't read your name. You know, it's too far away. It's too small. So sorry for that. But anyway, very nice to talk to you. I've got a question. Is there actually already an open sky agreement with the European Union? And if it's not the case, are you actually negotiating with the EU to have that kind of agreement? And what would be your expectations in terms of traffic growth?
Thank you for your questions. Actually, you have open sky agreement starting with 2012. So we are working closely with our European partners, and we are implement more than 70% of the EU regulation in our country, and we continue this work because, as you know, we have a candidate status. Recently, we had some very important meetings with our European partners, and I really hope, and I'm sure that till 2030, we will implement all the EU regulation in aviation, and we will become a EU member.
Okay, thank you very much. Luc, are you satisfied so far? We have... Okay, microphone, please. Irene, we need a microphone.
Sorry, the second part was about your expectation in terms of traffic growth, aviation growth.
Yeah.
On the traffic growth, as I mentioned before we had a very intensive period on the airport. Our airport previous year had 2.88 million. It's the similar number of the passenger flow that was provided before the pandemic period. For this year, we plan to have 3.1 million, so more than 2019, that is the reference year in the aviation. And our forecasts show that we will have an increasing continuous number of the passengers that will use our airport.
I think there's the next question coming from Greece this time, from Vicky. We take everybody just one...
I'm Vicky with Travel Daily News. I'd like to ask you, it's very important, the issues about the environment, and what is your environment policy in the airport and in the country, of course, for the aviation?
Indeed, it's a very important topic. For us, it's very challenging, but we recently adopted the CORSIA regulations, and also now we are working to adjust our internal framework, regulatory framework to the EU regulatory framework. We know the obligations to use alternative fuels, so now we are working with our colleagues from the Civil Aviation Authority to start to implement these regulations to be in line with European standards in that way.
Just one organizational, I forgot to intervene when Luc, you mentioned it. The fact that we are here and the screens are not as big as planned and there's a bit of noise around is that the VIP area of this airport is today blocked for the US State Secretary. So that's why we're here. Please excuse us. It's not like tomorrow it will be much bigger. You will be able to read everything just as an explanation. Thank you for that answer. I saw some more, but please some microphone.
Hello, my name is Leonidio Ferreira. I'm from Portugal, Diário de Notícias.
Welcome, Portugal.
I have two questions, a little bit more political. One is, what is the meaning for a country as Moldova of this visit of this American Secretary of State? And the second is, how popular is the European Union in Moldova? Do you have numbers of public support to the European status? Thank you.
Let me start with the second questions. I can assure you that the public support is very high. We have a pro-European president, we have a pro-European government, we have the pro-European majority. And this autumn we will have the pro-European referendum. Together with our colleagues from the ministry, from the government, we are working to send the message to our citizens that the benefits that we have on the EU integration. We have the European candidate status, and we are trying to fit all our challenges, geopolitical challenges, with our final aim to become a European member. So, and our people are supporting us. And on the first questions, it's a very good sign and strategic and important sign that we have such a high-level visit in our country. And I really hope that they will provide very good news for us, because in these challenging moments, we need to have a real support from the European partners and also from the US.
Thank you very much. One more question right here.
I'm okay.
No, we need a microphone because everybody wants to listen to your valuable question.
Thank you so much. I'm Konstantinos Margaritis from Greece. Thank you for everything, for your invitation, for your accommodation, for everything. I thought you have a wonderful meeting. And what are your future aspirations? What do you think? What's the main goals?
Our future aspirations are very simple. To become, in 2030, the full member of the European Union, this airport to be in the Schengen zone, to have a very open doors everywhere in Europe, and to assure that our citizens can freely move to all the parts of the European Union. We have a very big diaspora. For us, what we want to do is to bring home our parents, our friends, and so on. And it's a simple aim, but in the same time, it's very, very challenging. So our aim is to become a European member of this big European family.
Eva, you look like you have a question. You have a microphone in your hand. Is that the case or not yet? You're catching everything. Very good. I think there was more. Yeah, last row, please, in red, goes to Greece again. We need a microphone, please. Anna is coming. 1 second. Yeah.
My name is Elena Ermidou from Crisis Monitor and BankingNews.gr. I would like to ask you if you would welcome privatization in your airport, and in what would you, just that, if you welcome privatization or some portion of private investments so to grow up?
According to our recent regulations, we cannot allow the privatization of the airports. Our aim on the airport infrastructure is to develop the airport infrastructure. We are very open to the private investments, but we need to find the best solutions for developing our airport. So according to our legislation, the privatization is not allowed, but we can have a good feasibility studies and so on to develop our airport and to see which is the best solutions to develop this beautiful airport.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I saw some other hands. We will slowly close here, but Austria. I would say Austria first.
Yeah. My name is Martin.
Martin, please.
Martin Tichler from Austria. I have a question. We talk about the importance of aviation for your country. In the past, there was Air Moldova, a state-owned company who never works really successful. Is the question of a national airline already closed forever, or the government is still looking for new ones?
Yes, unfortunately, we have a bad experience with national companies on the aviation with Air Moldova. So our goals in that we need to open market and we need to establish the good and sustainable legislative regulatory framework to assist our private partners to develop this part of the industry. So at the moment we cannot discuss about the state-owned company on the aviation because we have another policy. We have the open policy to attract as more as possible air carriers that have a good experience to provide best services to our passengers.
Thank you very much. Last one from Luc, and then we close this session. Of course, you will have the occasion to talk to His Excellency after the official press conference, and of course tomorrow other state representatives will be present. Luc, last question. La dernière question pour la France.
It's difficult to talk about Moldovan air transport without mentioning Ukraine. So whatever the future development in Ukraine, they win the war, which we all wish it will happen or not, what would be the consequence for air transport in Moldova? Do you have a plan B in case of suddenly you are facing actually a Russian-backed government? Or do you think that if Ukraine air transport reopen and come back to the normal, what would be the consequence in terms of the evolution of air traffic here?
Actually, I really hope that the situation in Ukraine will be good in a very soon time. So really hope that sky under Ukraine will open very soon. And we will come to our normal work. So before the war has started in Ukraine, our airport was used as a connection between eastern part of the world and western part. And we had, I think, more than 30% that used from the passengers that used our airport as a connection. So now we have 27% of the Ukrainian citizens that are using our airspace, but also it's very challenging for us because the airspace on the eastern part is closed. So if that airspace will open, we will have an increasing number of the passengers that will use our airport as a connection between the East and Europe. So this is actually the plan B, is to have the normal thing that was before the war.
Mircea Pascaluta, thank you very much. One small correction. I upgraded you to minister. You are state secretary. The minister is coming tomorrow. Nevertheless, thank you for your kind words. I think there's more interest to talk to you from certain colleagues. I know them. That's why I see in their eyes. But we will continue now with the next guest here, next guest on the stage. Thank you. See you later. And thank you again. David Shishio, please take your place. Make yourself comfortable here. I want to just introduce some other important guests here. I see Olga from Ukraine. We talked about Ukraine a second ago. Where have you been coming from?
Hello, I am from Ukraine, from Kyiv. I am a commercial director of Windrose Airlines. It's airlines with 20-year history which based in Ukraine. And I do hope that we will return to Ukrainian sky as soonest. Thank you for your conference and for a chance to be here.
Then I see another top VIP guest. Efrat is here. My God, I'm surprised that you made it from Israel.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the opportunity. Happy just landed. I thought I'm going to miss this conference, but I'm happy to be here and to join. I just passed through and came to join you. Thank you.
Thank you. More VIPs coming. Peter Baumgartner, please accept our warmest welcome, President of the Supervisory Board of Aviation-Event.
Marcel, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to, first for me here in the country, very much looking forward. Geopolitical context, aviation playing an important role right in the middle. Looking forward to an interesting panel tomorrow with the minister and hoping to see you all on the day. Thank you.
Yeah, Peter, you see you're so much covered by cams that the people on the other side cannot even see you. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that's Peter Baumgartner. Tomorrow, the interview with the minister. And last but not least, the star of tomorrow, the moderator of today. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andrew Charlton. I'm not the star of the show. Everyone else is the star of the show. My job is to let everyone else shine and to get out of the way as quickly as possible, and that's what I'll do. So, thanks, Marcel. Honoured to be asked to do it. Delighted to be here. Hope you're all well.
Thank you very much. Now we continue our program with Romania on the stage. David, thank you to be here. Welcome here. Maybe you can introduce yourself as Andrew did it. What are you doing in Romania? Where are you coming from? And important question, I know it, that's why I'm asking. Why did you came by car, not by airplane? Please explain us.
First of all, dear State Secretary, dear Director Sergiu Spoială, thank you very much for the invitation. We are very happy to be in Chișinău, a very nice city, and already we established a lot of contacts and good cooperation with Chișinău Airport. Thank you very much. We came back from Iași. In Iași we had the General Assembly of Romanian Association of Airports. From Iași by car is only 2.5 hours, and it was a good opportunity to see a very beautiful country. We had almost all the airports in our General Assembly, airlines, Romanian Aviation Authority, Ministry of Transportation, and we are very happy that also Chișinău Airport is an associate member of our association.
And as far as I know, Chișinău is a member of Romanian Airport Association, right?
It's an associate member because we have a close cooperation. We have common goals because we found very nice people, very professional and very nice people in Chișinău Airport.
Mircea, just one question. How many airports do we have in Moldova for the international press?
So open for the passenger traffic, we have just one, this airport. On the internet, so certificate, we have two airports, one here and another in Marculești, but it's not open for the transport of passenger.
Thank you. David, Moldova is candidate for membership in the European Union. Let's wind a bit back. Romania just a few weeks ago became Schengen member. Can you explain us what it means for Romania and why only Schengen applies in Romania air and sea by entering Romania by air and sea, but not on land side? Can you give us some insights for our international representatives of media companies, please?
Romania joined European Union in 2007. Big steps. And it was very important moment. Also, it was very important for aviation because in 2007 liberalization came. Before it was bilateral agreements between states, and it was a very good opportunity to attract European airlines, and it was a big step to develop the regional airports because before. It was very difficult for foreigner airlines to enter Romanian market and especially regional airports. This year, Romania joined Schengen, but only with aviation and sea. It is a first step. We hope in short time to be full member of Schengen area. It's very important, a good facility for passengers because the traffic in Romania now, we have approximately 70% Schengen and 30% non-Schengen. It's very important also for the other countries from Schengen area, and as we understood and we analyzed, the traffic, the tourism from Schengen area will increase in Romania. The perception that it is easier to travel is very important. So our research showed that in every country which joined the Schengen area, it was an increase in traffic, and foreigners from Schengen area, their perception will be it is like a domestic flight.
Staying in aviation, David, what is the potential of, let's put it, daily number of pax between Moldova and Romania? And how many flights do operate Romania, Moldova, and vice versa per day? That we get some numbers, some facts here for our guests.
Well, now there are flights to Bucharest, from Chișinău to Bucharest, but in future there is potential also for airports such as Cluj, Timișoara. Also in Cluj and Timișoara there is a big community, they study, they work there, they have families. So we will work together with Chișinău Airport to make possible to have a scheduled flight.
I also traveled yesterday land-wise from Iași on Romanian side, Schengen, to here, and I must say it's almost a 5-hour trip, even though it's only 150 kilometers. Why it's so complicated to get from Iași to Moldova?
From Iași to Chișinău, 5 hours? Yeah. I usually spend 3 hours, maybe. No, actually it's about 3 hours. We have border crossing procedures, and unfortunately Romania is the EU member, we are not no EU member, there are some specific checks that need to be done. And our goals on the ministry part is to develop maybe a high-speed railway line to spend just 1 hour between Iași and Chișinău. So next time I hope that we'll use the railways.
Good. I'm French and German, and when I was a kid, there was a border between France and Germany. Today we just go there high-speed autobahn. We hope the same for you guys, of course, very soon. And by the way, compliment for Moldova. The border looks much nicer on Moldovan side than on Romanian side, David, to be honest, yeah? You saw that this morning, yeah? So, back to Romania, Moldova. How can you guys over there in Romania, being totally integrated in European aviation, you are even in kind of ACI World Board, how can you help to develop the little piece which is missing maybe here in Moldova for being totally part of European aviation? Can you give us some information about that?
We help each other. As I said already, we have contacts and visit, and we also have an opportunity to learn a lot from our Moldovan friends. We share best experience, and what we have seen regarding aviation, they are totally prepared to join European Union. Already they have all the standards.
Good. Then let's finish our little talk here and pass and integrate our distinguished guests from all over Europe. Luc, are we starting again with you or somebody else this time? Who starts the first question? I'm just asking. I see Marek there. Marek, maybe you have a question? No? Not yet? Yeah, Luc. Okay. As usual. Okay. Please, microphone for Luc, please.
All right. No, sorry, when no one asks a question, I'm here to jump into. Do you have already some numbers?
By the way, for those who don't know, the same dialogue happened 2 months ago at the Aviation in Cluj. So Luc versus David, David versus Luc. Have fun, yeah?
So I will try to ask a different question then. Since Schengen has been implemented for air transport in Romania, have you got already some numbers to give? Do you see already an increase in traffic for the first months of operational?
Probably it's too early. We will check this monthly, but the passengers, they appreciate a lot, all for Romanian, also foreigners, because it's like domestic, and also we consider it's very good also for border police, because they will put resources where it's necessary.
Okay, Luc, are you so far okay with that, or any further inquiry? Not. Then I have here second row from Spain and Germany, Hein Vogel. One microphone, please, for this gentleman.
Thank you. It's just a small question from the German side, let's say. Are there any signs from Lufthansa that they are coming back with flights from Frankfurt to Cluj?
Yes. As we all know, there is a problem with Pratt & Whitney engines for Airbus 320. Wizz Air, they have around 100 engines, 43 planes grounded. Lufthansa has the same problems, and that's why Lufthansa this year cancelled Frankfurt, but they increased Cluj-Munich to 3 daily. And that's why Wizz Air cancelled destinations and frequencies in Cluj because of this problem. Unfortunately, they will solve this problem only next year. To check an engine, it is around 270 days, so it's a big problem. Also this year, as we know, Boeing, they have problem because of the delays in delivery of Boeing planes.
Just a small...
Ryanair, they have this problem.
Just a small question again. We were talking about new destination you are looking for. Is there any change, or is there anything?
In Cluj, yes. Swiss started 3 flights weekly. Cluj, Zurich, very good for connecting flights.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Then I saw again Portugal, Margarita having a question to David, please.
Yes, hello, I'm Margarida Pereira-Müller from Portugal. We were talking about you are the president of the Airport Association of Romania. What are you, the members, your airport members, doing to commit to the decarbonization goals that you is setting?
All the Romanian airports, like the European airports, we committed to zero until 2050. We started to implement our programs, and we cooperate with Asia, Europe, and with other airports in this respect. Also, we would like to try to see if we can access European funds for this goal.
Sorry. Yeah, any more questions from this side of the auditorium? Efrat, any questions? I don't know where Efrat is. Martin. Please, one microphone to Martin in the meantime. From this side, everything is fine? Good. Then the last question goes to Martin from Austria. The microphone is coming. And I see a new arrival, Mr. Kiani Kress from Germany, Düsseldorf arrived. We saw your wings landing, we knew that you were coming, so it's fine. Please take a seat. So, Martin, please.
Well, I have a very simple question. We talked before about flights between Moldova and Romania. Can you give me a small impression how many domestic passengers flew last year in Romania? How many percent of the total number?
Total number, it is quite small, around 8% is domestic traffic, 92% it is international, and unfortunately the domestic traffic is 20% less than 2019. Even last year in Romania we had more than 24 million passengers, more than 2019. The domestic traffic did not recover yet, like in other countries in Europe.
Do you see a market between Moldova and Romania?
Yes, will be good opportunities. The traffic will increase. Last year we had in Romania more than 24 million. We expect in the next 15 years to double this traffic. And also, I understand Moldova has big expectation in increase of the traffic. So sure, will be there is a potential, and the potential for traffic between Romania and Moldova will increase.
Generally, David, how much is, let's don't differentiate Moldova or Romania, how much is air traffic in Central and Eastern Europe growing per year in average? What's your estimation for the next couple of years? The growth rate per year in air traffic in Central and Eastern?
Increase?
Yeah.
It will be it will be the biggest increase in this area.
Any number?
I don't have number now. But also in Romania will be other aspects. We have a lot of foreigner workers from Asia. Unfortunately, after 90, a lot of Romanians, they left Romania to work in Spain, Italy, UK, Germany. We have big communities, and now we do not have any more workers. In Bucharest and other cities, almost every restaurant have Asian workers. They work in construction. This year, Romania will accept around 100,000 workers from Nepal, from Bangladesh, from Vietnam and other countries. In 10 years, we will have more than 1 million. This will generate traffic also.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much. More questions can be asked to David either after this official press conference. There's one more. Sorry, Italia, please. For Italy, one question from Italy. Of course, we take. No doubt. I didn't see that. Please.
Yes, I would like to know. You just mentioned that Romania received 120 million lately, 120 million tourists. Was I wrong in understanding this figure?
Passengers, I said 24 million passengers last year.
Oh, 24 million. Sorry.
24 million last year.
Sorry. Yes, I would like to know, Do you know the details regarding the contribution of Italy into your country? Italian tourists, I mean.
It was Italy. It is our biggest market. Between Romania and Italy, it's between the two countries is in the first place.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then thank you, David. One more here. One more question from Poland.
No, I am Marek from Poland. It's a huge number that you invite from Asia, so more than 100,000. How do you resolve the problem with visas?
They receive worker visa.
Yeah?
Yes,
we have problems. In Poland, we have problems.
They receive visa to work. I met with the ambassador of Bangladesh in Romania. He said there is a waiting list of more than 10,000 Bangladesh people who would like to work in Romania. Okay, they will bring also other phenomena, and unfortunately, a part of them, after they work 2-3 months, they go in Germany and other European countries, unfortunately.
Thank you, David. More questions can be asked anytime after this and tomorrow. You're here tomorrow, tonight, so thank you for the moment. I kindly ask, yes, please. I kindly ask Klaus-Peter Wilsch to step to the stage. And in the meantime, make yourself comfortable, please. I like to ask, please, Victoria, please come here on the stage for one moment. I did not ask before because you would have say no. That's why we do it as a surprise. Yeah, now you're here. Yeah, we talked about Lufthansa and Cluj. And is Lufthansa flying to Chisinau, and since when?
Yes, Lufthansa is flying. They restarted their operation recently at the end of April with 5 frequencies per week. And this will increase from next year, definitely.
And she's the main organizer here, so all the, yeah. Sorry, Klaus-Peter, ladies first, yeah, it's fine, yeah. And where are we going to be tomorrow for the conference? Can you describe us where this hotel is? Is in the middle of the city? How can we, just a few words.
The main conference tomorrow will take place at the Radisson Blu Le Grand Hotel in the heart of the Chisinau city. It's near the Central Park, the cathedral, and the main buildings, government building. After the conference, it's a secret, but I will tell you, don't tell anyone else. You'll be invited to one of our biggest wineries with the biggest cellar in Europe, definitely. It's Krikova. To see how they organize their process, winery process, to taste some good wine, and of course the Moldovan cuisine.
Thank you very much. So, you are the organizer of the greatest aviation event ever, and you are the organizer of the second aviation event where with the press conference happening in the terminal after Cluj. Yeah, so
okay.
Competition has started. Thank you very much. See you later. Klaus-Peter. Let's continue like we started. Maybe you introduce yourself, German Parliament, aviation guy.
Right, just some words to the description, to the word, with full of words, description of my person. Pro Frankfurt, pro Flughafen means this is a, well, let's say non-governmental organization. We started it 24 years ago in order to bring those to the public who are fans of aviation, who are fond of flying, who know about the importance of flights for connecting people, for connecting economies, for connecting cultural rooms. And that's why we started when we had all these environmentalists fighting against the enlargement of Frankfurt Airport, to organize the others who are, well, quiet, silent, and to give them a face and a voice. And so we started this Pro Flughafen. And in the parliament, I'm quite some time and heading the the aviation and space group there in the parliament. This is a non-partisan group. We have from all the parliamentary groups, and we are, well, also promoting aviation questions, technological questions, science questions, and the same for space. That's why I was looking at the launch of our satellite yesterday of ESA and JAXA. So that's just to describe
just
my
one
position,
question.
and I'm the rapporteur. I'm responsible in my political party, in my party parliamentarian group in Parliament, the Christian Democrats, for questions of aviation and space in our economic committee.
And when we talk about parliament, it's the German national parliament.
The
to make it
German
clear
national parliament.
for
that's
everybody
true.
here.
Yeah.
Good. Germany and Moldova. What is the political position of your party or of the German parliament towards Moldova, towards supporting Moldova to get into EU and maybe later in NATO? Can you describe us the political surroundings down there in Germany, please?
Of course, I cannot speak for the government now, but just to give you an impression, Germany supported the actual president very much, and we are happy that the outcome of the election was that way, and we are looking forward to the referendum on the topic of EU enlargement or getting into the EU. And I think that we were always very open to new members that also applied to Romania, to Bulgaria, and in the round before. But of course, the conditions have to be clear. This is a good club for economic development, for development of civil rights, of having a big space for development people within Europe. And of course, you have to fulfill those points that are on the agenda. These are the topics for these enlargement talks that have started now, and I heard that they have discussed already 6 or 9 capitals of the agenda. And well, I heard that 2030 is the year when you want to be in it. I don't tell any dates today. It depends on how the development is, and also if and how the geopolitical situation is. Of course, the war next to Moldova of Putin against Ukraine is really devastating and disturbing. And I never imagined that we would that we would witness again a war like this one, like in the 20th or 19th century, with tanks and artillery and all that stuff, and gaining land. We definitely are supporting Ukraine to manage this heavy duty and to keep their independence and get back their country. They lost now in the war running. But this is a really time-changing event that we are facing there, and so we have to take a lot of care for that and give our full support to the Ukrainians.
Mm-hmm. What about German-Moldovan economic relations? Is that a key factor, or is let's speak honestly, Moldova too small to be considered in Berlin as a major factor? I mean, we have already 28 states in your opinion. Not every state is a big state. 27. Sorry. Yeah. Can you classify a bit how German politics would react to Moldova in general sense?
German economy is very much export oriented and cooperation, free trade oriented, and you will find a lot of those 26 other countries within the EU where we are the biggest trading partner, And I think we are, for Moldova, the third or the second biggest, I don't know exactly. There is a vivid exchange.
The largest one is France or Romania?
Romania,
neighbor.
Of course,
Okay.
the neighboring country. But we are in the top 3 or 5 in terms of export and import. And well, this is quite natural because we are a real a big pot within the EU, in the middle of it, with 84 million people now. And this shows the proportions, of course. It's we're always taking care for the smaller countries within the EU. From Helmut Kohl's times, Chancellor Kohl, he was always talking about don't let the small countries behind. He said we need them all because we have to consent on the topics, we have to work together and take everyone with you, not go in a way that you say there are 2 or 3 big who domesticate everything. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Any further topics you want to raise with Klaus-Peter Wilsch? Again, France.
Hello,
Today,
I'm sorry, that will be a more German-oriented topic. Germany had a fantastic growth in air transport over the last 40 years, but it seems that there is a kind of hostility now from the consumers, the public, the general public, but also from the politicians. Can you explain why and what do you do to try to convince the government, the consumer, the public that air transport is still very important, it is essential to the development of German economy and just for the well-being of Germany?
That's really a big part of my work. You are having the right insight, and it has also consequences in figures. When you look at the air traffic in Europe, in most countries you will see that we are back to the figures before Corona. Not for Germany, unfortunately, and especially the national traffic in Germany has a very poor development, which is, well, kind of a thing that parts of our government wishes. The Green, they say that must be abolished, flying national. We think otherwise. We say, well, it's to have the connections people want and need. And so we are indeed in a complicated situation, having a government which is not fully supporting air traffic. We have special burdens on it, special fees, and of course this shows effects.
Thank you.
When government changes, we are coming into it again, we will take care.
When is election in Germany?
Next year in September.
Next year. When is election in Moldova?
So we have presidential elections this year in autumn.
And parliamentary elections?
Next year.
Okay. So, exciting times. Okay, next question to Hein Vogel, please.
Yeah, my question is what your comment is to the fact that there's raising up a aviation tax. Was it a good idea because of the economy? You all know that it's not the best for the time being. So was it a good idea to exactly this time to raise up the aviation tax?
Of course, it was not, from my point of view. I think this should be clear from my first remarks on the topic. It's ideology-driven policy. And
financial.
They don't. No, it's ideologic. You can collect money from taxpayers in every way, but to focus on that point as one source of additional funding is, of course, ideological driven by those who are not very much supportive for air traffic.
Okay. Any more? No. Yes. Greece and.
Okay.
You first, please.
Okay. My question is about the level of support to Moldova, part of the European Union, among the different political parties in Germany. Is consensual or there are some divisions among?
I think there's a majority supportive, and there might be differences in terms of how fast should it go on, and of course also in the question that is not answered, and hopefully the next Commission and the next Parliament will answer it. How can we reform the institutions within the EU to make it work, also with 30, 32, 34 members? Because just an additional commissioner for each new country to come in, having no a bigger range of majority decisions. I think the functionality of the European Union has to be optimized, and this will be a task for the next Commission and the next Parliament, and hopefully they will be successful there, and hopefully populations in countries will be ready to change the treaties, because you know that there are 5 or 6 members of the European Union who say whenever the treaties are altered, are changed, you need to have a referendum then, and the last referendums didn't work very well for the European Union.
I think Theodore.
Yes, I'm Theodore from Travel Daily News. On one hand, we are trying to reach the numbers of the level of the traffic we had before the 2019, the coronavirus. On the other hand, we are hearing a lot of experts speaking about the risk we have regarding the environment, and that we have to reduce the short-haul flights. What do you think about this?
Well, I think we should focus on technological solutions. We should take care for having less harmful liquids, energy carriers for flying. Well, like PTL or others, we have to work on this in order to get the mass we need for having our transportation needs fulfilled. I don't believe that people are ready to say, well, flying is once again only something for the very rich and for some who are going to skiing in the Rockies or in Switzerland, and all the normal people, they have to stay at home. I think this won't work, and these are fantasies among some parties in Germany, which are, well, covered with the word of degrowth. They really think if we are not ready to degrow, we will be lost as human beings. I don't agree on that. I believe in the strength of engineers, of science, of going forward and finding solutions instead of claiming that everything is bad and going down and so on.
Klaus-Peter, thank you. David Chisteo, thank you. Michelle, thank you for having had us here.
There's another one.
Another one? Okay, then, sorry to be too far. Denmark, okay. Denmark. Our northern neighbor in Germany, Klaus-Peter.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, Christoph Madsen from Denmark. There is a lot of enthusiasm here in Moldova on the European integration, and I think that's great. But the European integration is a marathon, not a sprint. What is your perspective on getting Moldova over the hurdles that they need to cross so that they are ready? Because, I mean, let's face it, sorry to bring this up, but Moldova at the moment doesn't even fully control its own territory. So what is your perspective on keeping the enthusiasm, but also with a touch of realism, to getting there and getting them over the line?
Well, one second, Klaus-Peter. I would like, for those representatives who might not know, maybe you can just explain in one sentence or two why Moldova is not fully controlling its territory, that we all know what we are talking about here. That's better, I think.
Actually, it's the same thing that it's happening in Ukraine. We have a territory that was occupied by the Russian Federation, and now it's something like iced zone. So there is we don't have an open conflict. It's unfortunately at the moment we cannot control totally this area, but it's called Transnistria.
Yeah, Transnistria is a non-recognized state by nobody except the Russian Federation, of course, probably, and kind of nowhere land or something like this. It's, for those who don't know, it's between Moldova and Ukraine, so has no access to sea, right? This kind of construction. Okay, we clarified it. You answer, please.
Yeah, of course. This is
important that everybody knows what we talk about.
Yeah, of course. This is a critical point, which also applies, of course, to Ukraine at this time. There was one rule within the European Union: don't get new members in that are having conflicts with their neighbors in a severe grade. We didn't.
So how about Cyprus?
We didn't. Yes, we didn't look at this with Cyprus, and there's still the same situation after 40 years. Huh?
How about Spain? I could say. How about Spain? I could say.
And I really think it is good if territorial questions are really settled before someone gets in, because we also have, not only in the NATO but also in the European Union, a clause that says you have to support the legitimate government if it's attacked by others. And the other things, I have seen a lot of countries entering the EU in my time in Parliament, and those performed best that really didn't talk a lot about dates, and this is the earliest we have to make it until then, but just went on their way to make the duties, to get the market fixed, to have a market economy, to have the rules or the preparations for getting into an open European sky, and if we are talking about air traffic, to be ready for the frontier government within EU, having the right items at the airport. There have been a lot of airports that had a lot of refurbishing needs. We are in a really one with in good shape here for the first sight, at least. I have not been here it's my first time, now the bureaucratic processes bring good young people to the Commission, to the offices where they prepare the entry process, where they discuss the critical topics, taking care for the rule of law, and we have some topics, of course, and fight against corruption and all that. I can just recommend they should go on their way. They should go into the right direction on this way, and as soon as they are ready and the geopolitical situation is correct, there will no one to say no, but there will be the desire to make the political union called European Union bigger and make it really the whole continent.
Thank you again. Margarita, last words as inclusion from your side, please. Margarita from Portugal, please.
So I believe that most of us, I would say almost the majority of us, had no idea what was Chisinau or Moldova. I have been learning a lot since I knew I was coming, because I had no idea. I had no idea about this country, about the city. So what we heard today was a very good start, a very good input to our knowledge of the city, of the country, of the airport. And I think the three speakers stay available for some more questions. And tomorrow, a whole day, we'll be learning a lot more about the country and its airports. So we'll see us tomorrow at 9 for the conference aviation event at the Blue Radisson at 9 o'clock, starting at 9, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, gentlemen, for having us here. Maybe you can come up to the stage for a final photo. All three of us, please. And yeah, see you later downtown. And thank you for contributing here. And I think everybody, David, also please. Yes, here. Yeah, for a final photo. And then we close this press conference, which was much over time, but I think it was justified because a lot of questions came up.
10 minutes, it's okay.
Yeah. Only 10 minutes? Yeah, okay. Then we are almost landed in time, David, right? Just letting you know.